Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris. In our last episode we established another colony up here in the Ophel system, which has just started growing. It's not a particularly hospitable planet with all of these volcanoes and toxic kelp, but we'll be able to get rid of those soon enough. The toxic kelp in particular we're already researching how to remove, which is going to be a little bit better there. We also encountered another neighbor, the enormous fallen empire here of the Finu progenitors, a race of militant isolationist mushroom people who are overwhelmingly powerful compared to us, so we'll definitely try to avoid antagonizing them. It's also kind of a problem here that their empire color is apparently like a very dark purple or black, so it doesn't show up very well against the depth of interstellar space. But we can kind of tell which systems they control by the color of the star lanes. The red star lanes lead to or from planets or systems that they control, whereas the green ones are between planets that they don't control. So we can say that like this one is outside of their borders and this one is inside. So that's sort of a roundabout way we can tell, but it would be much nicer if they were a different color. But anyway, we are still surveying systems around this area. I'm actually a little concerned about our prospects for expansion, because these guys certainly limit us going in this direction, and we haven't found any other habitable worlds anyway. Let's see, we know some potentially habitable worlds here. This is a desert world though. How about here, though this is very close to the borders of their empire, so we probably want to leave that alone. Same deal with this one. This is an ocean world as well, unfortunately. So probably shouldn't colonize that. Maybe we'll try to explore in this direction a bit more. What was down here? Alien vessels, but we don't know what they are. Space amoebas. I think we'll send our military fleet, which I believe is fully repaired, down to this system to check out what's there.
Anomaly found. And
we found an anomaly in the Gidzerak system. Scans indicate the presence of a foreign, alien-made object on one of Gidzerak 5A's many frozen mountaintops. Yeah, just go ahead and research that, please. Oh, I'm paused here. That would be why nothing is happening. So you are an enigmatic energy. Okay. Well, we should be able to take that easily enough. We do have a higher naval capacity now. I think we got a +6 from the spaceport that we just built. Actually, we haven't even finished the spaceport, so maybe we got that from somewhere else. Sorry to talk over you a little bit there, Veer, but thank you for the information. Situation log updated. Let's check this out. Discovered a primitive mammalian culture on Sol 3. Sol 3! Mercury, Venus, Earth. We've discovered a primitive mammalian culture on Sol 3, the most advanced regions of the planet. Have only recently advanced beyond the Iron Age, and much of the surface is ruled by feudal nobles who vie with each other in an endless struggle for titles and land. That is interesting. Someone should make a video game about that. This is something different. Is this the Zomba? No, okay, so this is the other anomaly. Okay, let's check this out first. The CUS Zomba has recovered an elongated metal box from the surface of Gidzerak 5A. Clusters of small perforations on 5 sides lead science officers here to believe it is not a container, but some sort of aerosol dispersal device. Initial tests seem to confirm their suspicions, as trace aromatics still emanate from the object. A special project has been issued to confirm whether this might be an information-carrying device constructed by some alien race, communicating primarily through the secretion and reception of atmosphere-borne chemical compounds, smells. Okay, so we get a special project there. Are you surveying this whole system? Yes, you are. Okay. Right, let's check the situation log. Do we want to put our society research on hold for this? I guess we could do that. Since our science ship is in the area, we may as well do it now. Then return to surveying the system. Okay, so let's hear about observation posts. We should build an observation post above the homeworld of a primitive civilization. These space stations can perform a number of different missions, although our willingness to interfere with developing cultures will determine which ones are available. Observation posts are built in the same way as mining or research stations, but they can only be constructed over the homeworlds of primitive civs. Simply select a construction ship, then click on the Build Observation Post button among its available orders. Now select the homeworld of the primitive civilization you wish to study, and the construction ship will begin its mission. So I would love to do that, but unfortunately, we can only do that, I believe, on planets that are within our borders, which this one is not. So, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be especially to our advantage to have control of the system, but how could we not build an observation post around this planet of weird monkey people that we've found? So I guess we'll go ahead and build a frontier outpost to expand our borders in that direction. And because this is relatively far away from all the neighboring stars, I think we're going to have to build it in the system itself. We're not going to be able to go here, for example, and hope that our borders will include the Sol system. We have to actually survey the whole system before we can build an outpost there anyway, so we'll let our science ship continue doing that. May as well send the construction ship up there anyway.
Complete.
The box is indeed a document of a sort. Science Officer Zir admits that they had been hoping for a historical record or some other kind of codex significant to whatever culture it left behind. They were disappointed. The true nature of the aromatic box seems to be a collection of fairly short narratives which, going by the rapid changes in odor towards the end of each sequence, are intended to surprise or be interpreted as comedic. The techniques used to store and reproduce specific smells is of some interest, but the tales it tells are not. The crew of the Zomba are left with the uncomfortable feeling that they have unwillingly become intimately familiar with what certain gaseous byproducts of alien digestion smell like. However, Zir is unwilling to speculate as to why the box was dumped on this frozen hellscape of a planet. So Zir gains experience and gets society research, which is good.
Situation log updated. System survey complete.
Is this our military fleet? Where is our military fleet? Okay, yes, we have destroyed whichever aliens were present down here. What are our science ships doing right now? So I guess we can send this one back down in this direction to do more surveys down here, maybe. Hopefully we find some habitable planets. Our fleet looks relatively undamaged, so maybe we can head over here and clear any hostile aliens out of this system too, if they're still there. So these guys are a little too powerful for us, I think. 452 power to our 405, so I think we're going to have to leave this system alone for now. Just head home and, I guess, upgrade this fleet since we have the ability to do so. Let's check back on the Sol system. It's still being surveyed. Scientist level up.
Research complete.
We can now clear toxic kelp. Alright, so we can unlock feature Uplift, allows genetically uplifting and socially integrating species which are close to being sentient. That sounds like fun, but it is pretty expensive. It's going to take a long time. Alternatively, you can get centralized command, which lowers army upkeep. We haven't actually built any armies yet. You have to build armies to defend planets from invasions and to invade enemy planets, which is something we will probably get to at some point. Get hydroponics farm 2, or we can reveal resource alien pets. These docile, non-sentient creatures can easily be domesticated, and their friendly demeanor and appealing looks make them popular as pets. I think we have to go for the alien pets. That sounds great. It's not quite as expensive as the uplift technology. We have quite a few minerals available on the moon, apparently. Barren and rocky world. In the Renaissance age. Very interesting. Okay, our fleet has been repaired and is now upgrading.
Anomaly found.
I forget what upgrades we unlocked recently, but I do have the ship designer still set to auto-generate ships, which I'm going to leave it on for the moment, so we'll trust to its judgment in upgrading things. So, anomaly found on Sol 5D. Okay. The moon of Jupiter. Well, we don't know it's called Jupiter. Sounds like a silly name if you ask me. So we'll research this while we're here. Quite a lot of resources here too. There's 2 engineering technology available. Did I not send a construction ship over here? I did, but it's
construction complete.
Apparently not willing to move. Where are you? One of you's down there. Oh, it's already up here, okay. I guess I just missed it. There you go. We'll put it in orbit. Or actually in orbit. So we can get ready. So we discovered an elongated metal box from the surface of Sol 5b. This is just the same event as before, I guess.
Situation log updated.
Means I guess we should probably research this. Or we could just ignore this for now. We'll actually let him complete the survey of the system so that we can build our frontier outpost. And actually, we need to build a frontier outpost around the star. Oh, we can do it now, actually. Maybe we only have to survey the star itself and not the whole system. That makes sense. Okay. We'll build that over there. You are currently surveying this system. Why don't you go and research this debris when you're done with that?
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
Our ships are upgraded. We did increase in power there, so I guess whatever we upgraded to is slightly better weapons. Apparently it doesn't count the... It counts something else as well as the weapons in the military power score. Because these are the same weapons that we had. Maybe it's just the fusion reactors? We didn't have those before. Okay. Well, that's fine. Scientist has leveled up.
System survey complete.
We have surveyed the system, so you're on your way to do that debris. Good.
System survey complete.
And this is the Sol system. So why don't you go and research that project. Not a bad system, I guess. 7 minerals available. So I guess building the frontier outpost here will give us access to some useful stuff as well as the observation post. Okay, so I won't read this again, but we gained some extra society research.
Analyzed.
And some extra research from that debris also, which I think means our science ship down here needs new orders. Send it off in this direction. And you're done surveying here. So why don't you head to this system?
Research complete.
Okay, so we've unlocked the building Bothrian power plant, and we've revealed the Bothrian stone resource. I think these are just power plants that are significantly better than the base power plants, but they require this particular strategic resource to build and maintain. So we'll see if we have any of that within our borders. We can unlock Station Defense Platform, which is a defensive structure we can build in space. We can get plasma thrusters, which is very expensive. I think we'll just do the deep space outposts. They might be useful to have. Let's see if we got any Bothrian stone. I think it would show up here in strategic resources if we did. But it looks like we don't have any in our currently controlled systems. We can see there's one that's shown up over here, for example. Oh, and there's one in the Sol system as well. Okay, now this looks like a great idea. It's on the moon even. Okay.
Anomaly found.
Delta Pavonis 3A. The desert planet seems to conceal some buried secrets. Please tell me what they are. Alright, so our frontier outpost has been established, which means that we can now use our construction ship to build an observation post for 50 minerals. And after that, I guess we'll just build the mining stations in all of the various places that we can build them.
Research complete.
Alright, so we have completed the research of xenology, which reveals alien pets, another strategic resource. So we can unlock colonization for desert worlds, which unfortunately is going to take a long time to do. Or we can get Bothrian Refinery, which reveals another strategic resource and allows us to build a module, which I believe is like a space station, an orbital station module, which gives us extra speed for our ships. Okay. Seems decent. I think actually colonial centralization might be better. We want to be able to upgrade to planetary capitals. And the extra monthly influence is also good. Servants of Sand. Under the dunes of Delta Pavonis 3A, the science team has found a fleet of crashed fighters, ancient yet well preserved. They are abandoned, but the lights and engines seem to function. Why they crashed is a mystery. On the main ship bridge, we found a fleet AI capable of controlling the ships in battle. It is still active. As we approach, a warning signal calls. It is programmed to activate when threatened by intruders. A special project can be issued to try and salvage the AI before it goes haywire, or we could destroy it and avoid the risk. So we can destroy the AI, and that planet gains +2 engineering research. We can issue Special Project Warrior from the Sand. Let's try and take control of the AI, because if I've learned anything from reading a lot of science fiction books,
Situation log updated.
Messing with dangerous AI never goes wrong. Oh dear. Okay. We were unable to stall the fleet AI on Delta Pavonis 3A. Their ancient ships are taking to the skies and beyond, looking for the next battle, according to their programmed parameters. The rage of the machine is worth fearing, and scientist Zir has died, and the US Zombo was destroyed. Alright, so that went badly. That might have been a poor decision, I will admit. And I think that means we have a hostile fleet now over here, which could be a problem as well. I think we should go ahead and build another science ship and recruit another scientist to replace the late lamented Zir. I think it's pretty useful to have 2 science ships. So our observation post is going to be completed pretty soon here.
Good work. Our new observation post has come online, and its staff has begun studying the primitive civilization on the planet below.
Alright, so what can we do with this?
Observation posts house teams of scientists conducting research and remotely observing primitive species on the planets they orbit.
Okay, so we can do passive observation. Natives are studied unknowingly from a safe distance, and every effort is made to avoid cultural contamination, which gives us an extra +3 society research, which is nice, but Maybe we can do better. Aggressive observation. The natives are aggressively studied, and live specimens are frequently collected to learn as much as possible about their biology and culture. Okay, which gives us more society research. Or we can go for technological enlightenment. An effort is made to rapidly elevate the native civilization to the space age. The time this takes is dependent on their current level of technology, so it costs us 5 energy and 5 society research per month. Alright, alternatively, which we cannot do because we don't have the relevant policy. Let's just check the policies.
The government screen presents us with information regarding our empire.
So,
the Policies tab covers government policies, as well as empire-wide edicts.
We'll look at these. These are sort of like laws in Crusader Kings 2, which allow us to do different government forms and that kind of thing, I think. So the one we're looking for is native interference, where current policy is unrestricted. But we could change to active study. Is that what we'd need to do this other option here? Well, we do have the policy unrestricted native studies. Okay, but it's just the problem is that they're not advanced enough. I see. Covert infiltration agents are genetically modified to appear as members of the native population and sent to infiltrate their society. They will gradually replace world leaders and prepare the planet for annexation. So we can't do that yet. I guess, why don't we do technological enlightenment, which is the most expensive option, but also sounds like the most fun to me. So that's caused us to lose energy for the time being, which is okay. Well, we're actually losing. We're losing slightly. That's definitely sustainable. Do we know how long this is going to take, approximately? Plus 0 per month. Well, maybe we'll find out once we've made some progress. So we have a new science ship. Let's assign a new scientist to that. What have you got? Extra research speed. Even more extra research speed. Extra research speed for particles. So we'll recruit this guy, but we might choose a different scientist to put in charge of the fleet, because the new guy has the extra plus 10 research speed, which is going to be very useful for him. You're already at max level. Oh, and you're commanding the other ship anyway. I don't know, this seems like a much more narrow thing, so if we replace this with the flat plus 10% research speed, that should just be a straight upgrade to this guy. And that means we have to go to here and put you with your plus 10% in charge of that. We also need to select the physics research. Yeah. Oh, we have cloud lightning conduits. Well, this will be available forever because we have some progress towards it already, so we don't need to prioritize that. And I think we'll get blue lasers, which I believe is an upgrade for our current red lasers. Which sounds something that is very useful to have. We complete our observation post. And we finished building the science ship. Okay, so we need to do something about our energy income if this is going to take a long time, which it apparently is. I mean, I assume we're not getting exactly 0 per month, it's just less than 1, so it's not showing up. Alright, so let's check out our colony world here and see if we can do anything. One thing we can definitely do is build a solar panel network in the space station, which will give us some extra energy. We already have a basic power plant here. We can't upgrade the ship shelter into planetary administration yet.
Anomaly found.
And we found an anomaly. There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this inhospitable rock. Okay, research that. Now what do we get in our situation log? Nothing apparently? Okay. We built a mining station. We probably shouldn't be building these mining stations since this is going to cost us even more energy to maintain. Irasian mining base. A series of deep boreholes on the surface of Situla 5A are all that remain of the Irasian mining operation that was active on this world some 1.2 million years ago. The CUS Darbix conducted a thorough surface scan, but we have yet to find the remains of any actual mining facilities. So we get a special project there, which I think we will investigate immediately. Then continue surveying the system. Alright, so I want to check out the colony here. We can build some power plants here. We have 2 tiles producing energy credits. Okay, so I think we'll actually move this pop down to the energy credits tile. These can be moved about freely, by the way. I believe it's free. And we can build a basic power plant here. And we'll queue up a basic power plant here, though it won't actually produce anything until this pop grows to full maturity. This is sustainable for quite a while at the current rate, so it's not urgent, I think, but we should build some more power-producing structures anyway. Right, our new science ship, we assigned a scientist, but we didn't actually assign it to do any research or surveys. So we know there's crystalline entities over here. I think we'll send our military fleet over there to deal with them. We'll send the science ship to the neighboring system so we can get ready to start surveying in this direction. Alright, we built another mining station. Oh, and we did actually just gain access to the Bothrian stone. Okay, so we can use that to build better power plants, which is definitely going to be useful. In fact, do we want to do that on our colony, maybe? What do we got going on our homeworlds? We do have a tile that is producing power that has nothing on it just yet. So I think we'll just build a Bothrian power plant there. It's going to give us an extra +6 power, which is very good. We don't have a pop there, so we'll have to move one. We have a decent food surplus, so we can just move the pop from this one food tile over there, I think. Alright, that should solve our energy problems for the time being, and we are making slow progress on the technological enlightenment of these strange ape creatures that we found. Do we know that they're ape creatures? Have we studied them in any way? I guess we can see them on the surface here. They are collectivist, militarist, and spiritualist. They're quick learners, nomadic, and they prefer continental planets. So we can't actually move these guys because they're on a planet that we don't control. Yet. They're still in the Renaissance age, okay. And our spaceport is finished its construction queue over there. That was the solar panels we were building, so that's already gotten us into the positives in terms of energy credits, which is pretty good. So we've encountered the crystalline entities with our military fleet here. Let's just go and kill them.
Special project complete.
After investigating the boreholes on Situla 5A, our archaeologists found the fossilized remains of over 100 Irasian miners. At the bottom of one of them, they appear to be more victims of the Javorian pox that brought about the fall of the Irasian Concordat. In a futile attempt to keep the disease from spreading, their comrades dumped the bodies down one of the boreholes before the moon was evacuated. So we get +1 Irasian artifacts. I think that's 3, or is it 2? It's 2, okay. And some extra engineering research. Let's watch this dramatic space battle.
Situation log updated.
Which went pretty well, and we did not lose any ships. So that's good. Wouldn't have expected to. There are placid leviathans here. Let's actually send our science ship to scan this debris and then survey the system. And our military fleet can come home for repairs. Alright, well that is going to do it for this episode. We'll leave it here for now. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.